So that's what happens. He's a Mayo man, ladies and gentlemen, and one of the best-known names in the music industry. He has managed some of Ireland and the UK's most successful pop acts and has now had a taste of American success. So, is it world domination for the kid from Kilchima? Would you welcome, please, Louis Walsh?
She's taken over the show. This
She
one.
just wanted to know what seat to take. It's like politics, really.
We talked earlier.
You know, Kathleen Moran, Rosanna Davison, Louis Walsh.
Her name is Moran. She's
Moran.
a moron.
No, but we have to call her
She's
Moran.
from Mayo.
Yeah, she probably is.
Yes, they are.
I told you.
Yes.
We were talking about, is it possible? How are you, Louis, by the way?
I'm very good, thank you.
You
yeah.
look well.
It's the lighting.
Yeah, it's the
Ryan,
lighting.
it's the lighting.
It's the lighting.
It's the RT lighting, yeah. I'm good, thank you very much.
I hear you regularly talking to Derek Mooney about your hair and explaining that it's not...
My hair?
Yeah, you say it's not a trans... Here we go. You try to throw it back to me. I'll get a transplant in due course. But
You will.
How did
and you'll be
yours go?
ringing me for the number.
Go on. What did you do?
HRBR in Blackrock.
Is what?
That's the place to go. If anybody wants... I had a bald spot on the back of my head.
Show me.
And it's gone.
Turn around.
It's gone.
It's pretty good.
It's all gone. I'll tell you the story. The real story is we were doing X Factor like 3 years ago, and Carl said to me, "Darling, you're losing your hair." And I said, "Darling, I'm not." And he said, "Hang on." And he showed me the shots where the camera came up, and there was a bald spot on the back.
Yeah.
And he said, "You should get it sorted now."
So what did they do to you?
What they do is,
Yeah.
they take your own hair from the back. Turn around.
The back here?
Oh, you'll be going. Yeah, you have it there.
I'm in due course.
Yeah. They take your hair from the back,
Yeah.
and they put it. They transplant it on top. It takes a year to grow. It's your own hair, so it's not like a transplant.
Okay, that's great.
So, but the only place to go is HRBR
Okay,
Blackrock.
so
Can we get that message?
I think you might have got it a couple of times. I tell you, the next time you get your eyebrows replaced, you're in for free.
Ring there. Tell them I sent you.
And is Simon Cowell into all sorts of yeah, they love that.
Yeah,
Hello?
absolutely.
Louis was saying last night. And what's the crack with the rest of it then? Did you get anything else sorted out?
I've never done Botox or anything
No.
like that, Rob. But I honestly, I look after myself now.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting on, and with high-definition TV. And when you're working with people like Simon Cowell and, you know, Gary Barrett, you have to look
Does
good.
Simon Cowell get stuff done?
Of course he does.
Like what?
Look at him. He looks younger now than he did on Pop Idol.
What's
He
that?
does.
He had hairy hands at one point, and then they became more fleshy and less hairy. I think he had his hands
Is it
whacked.
like a metrosexual heaven there?
Simon is very vain. He loves himself. He absolutely, and he'll tell you that. And he's always looking in the mirror, you know.
Yeah.
And he's always getting his makeup and hair and facials and stuff. But that's his thing.
Okay. And then Gary Barlow?
Gary is great, you know. But I have to stand beside him every week I walk out there. So I had to buy better clothes and look better and stuff.
But did you turn 60 this year or last year?
Close.
Did you turn 59 this year or last year?
I'm late 50s.
Are you?
Yeah.
Because I've heard you say on occasion that you're...
I'll get you for this.
No. I know, but you said occasion. I'm anything
I'm in
between...
a young person's business, you see, yeah.
I know, but you said you're anything from 20, your age between 21
and death, yeah.
which is a
that's
great line.
It's a good line. It's an old one.
But for whatever reason, you're in your late 50s now.
Yeah.
But you say you're in young people's business, and yet you're doing...
I'm in the pop business,
You're doing very...
yeah.
No, but you're doing very well.
Yeah.
But do you feel that ageism thing? Do you feel the brunt of it at all?
Well, I don't believe you can buy experience. I think I've got an awful lot of experience,
precisely.
and you can't really buy that. But you can't tell these young kids coming on these shows, because they all want to be like the new best thing. They want to be like Justin Bieber or Bruno Mars or somebody. And I say, well, you know, Frank Sinatra was better. Elvis was better.
Yeah.
The Beatles were better. I always take my inspiration from the old acts, but all these young kids want to be like the young people.
Yeah.
And they're probably, oh, how would he know? He's too old. But I actually do know.
You know
And I
stuff.
know my music.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise to a lot of people. A lot of people don't know I know my music.
Do you?
I really do, yeah.
What's on your iPod? What are you listening to?
I have 21,000 songs on my iPod. I listen to everything from Sinatra, Van Morrison, Soul Al Green, Marvin Gaye.
Everything.
Oldies, Roy Orbison, Gene Pitney,
Okay.
The Killers, U2, Dusty Springfield,
They're
da
all
da
in.
da da da.
Is this your 9th year on X Factor, Louis?
It's my 9th season, yeah.
And
I did Pop Stars Arrivals before that. But
Okay.
I never wanted to be on TV, Ron.
Yeah.
Unlike you.
Yeah, but
I never wanted to be on TV.
That's where we differ.
I never wanted to be. And it was never in my plan.
Yeah.
And I got the call to do Pop Stars Arrivals.
Yeah.
Remember where girls allowed, Jeffrey? And they offered me a lot of money, and I did it.
And you did. So 9 years of that. Will you do 10? Will you complete 10?
I'd love to do 10.
Would you?
I'd love to do it. But you never know.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't look after yourself and if you're looking older, they could get rid of you.
It's during the week.
I was in the States for the last 3 weeks.
And what was happening there?
I had holidays. I went to Miami, and I did my judges home.
That's what I was going to say. I thought you were taken over there by Simon Cowell.
I did X Factor in May when Simon was sick.
Yeah.
I got a call. We were in Manchester doing X Factor auditions, and somebody said to me, would you be prepared to go to the States tonight and do X Factor? I said, yeah. So we have a plane waiting for you.
And who lined up the plane?
Simon sent a private plane, okay.
To Dublin?
No, to Manchester. To Manchester.
Manchester, excuse me,
and I just got on the plane, I went to Kansas City, I did 2 days on X Factor. It went out on TV3 last night.
And did he make the plane?
You know TV3?
I've never heard of it. Did he make
the
plane?
other channel.
Did he? That's a great channel. Did he make the plane comfortable for you then?
It was amazing. Just me on the plane and Liam McKenna, a friend of mine, and we had the best fun with caterers and everything. But my job was to go to Kansas City and do 2 days in American X Factor. I was sitting next to Brittany, Demi Lovato, L.A. Reid. It was fantastic fun.
Could you get comfortable there on that show then?
What do you mean?
Would you like to stay and do it?
I'm happy doing the UK one. I love doing the UK show.
Yeah. But if they offered you, as you said a few minutes ago, a lot of money, would you do it?
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Anybody would, yeah. Anybody would.
You have a house over there, do you, in the States?
I have an apartment in Miami, yeah.
In Miami,
but I went to Vegas.
Yeah, what did you think of it?
It was crazy.
Did you like it?
It was great in the middle of the desert. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Have you been?
Have you been?
Yeah.
What did you like it?
Mental.
Loved it. I mean, 2 days is definitely enough.
Yeah, 2 days.
Well, you kind of don't go to bed, and you know they keep pumping oxygen into the casinos, and they keep you kind of putting money in the slot machines. It's completely worlds away from anything you can imagine. It's well worth a visit, though.
I was working there, though. I was doing X Factor. I shouldn't say this, but you know when you do your judges home?
Yeah.
Well, I went to Vegas to do the judges home, and I had Sharon Osbourne.
With you as your friend, and you love her.
We had the best fun. She's a great woman.
Yeah.
I was telling her, Kathleen, about it.
As soon as I sat down, he was like, do you want to know the gossip? Immediately started telling amazing
He loves that.
stories.
Yeah, of
He
course.
loves a bit of
We
gossip.
all do.
I know, yeah.
You do
But
too.
you're great at it.
Yeah.
Like, you
Well,
have
I
the
know
best
the real stories of everybody.
I know, because you've been there.
Yeah.
Have you been to Vegas, speaking of which? Catherine?
It's my idea of hell. I like camping holidays in rainy countries. I'm bad in the heat. I can't stand humidity. So
You'd like it for 2 days.
I'm all out. Also, I can't gamble either. Once for a feature, I was given £500 to go for the band and gamble all day to see how much money we would win. We won absolutely nothing at all. When
You
you
would
see
like,
500
you'd still
quid.
like it for the shows and the food and the whole gig.
Louis, do you know what I'm intrigued about is your relationship with Simon Cowell and
We're best friends.
But that's what I'm saying. How
Very best
did
friends.
you just strike up such? Because you're
I'll tell
the
you
boy
how.
from Mayo, right? He's I don't know the lad from London, whatever he
Yeah,
is.
I'll tell you
You're
where it all
likely
happened. It happened here. It happened in
Did
the
it?
studio, yeah. I was at, remember Kenny Live?
Of course he did.
Well, I was at Kenny Live, and he had Robson and Jerome. Remember those two?
Yeah, the two
They
lads.
were dreadful. But they were absolutely dreadful.
They went into acting then, didn't they?
Huge. No,
that's the other way
and then
around.
singing.
Excuse me,
A bit of
sorry.
singing, a lot of acting. And they made an awful lot of money for
Yeah,
Sam.
they did.
And he was with them. He was here doing Kenny Live. And I called him and called him and called him when I had boys on, and he wouldn't take my call. So I met him at the Kenny Live and said, you never took my call. We had a million #1s. We're doing incredibly well. And he said, but darling, we'll work. Everything is darling. Everyone's darling.
Okay.
He said, darling, we'll work together on something else. So I brought him Westlife. He loved them. He was very, very important in their success.
Yeah.
And we worked together on the daily thing for over 15 years now. So I know him like really well.
Okay, so you're good pals.
Very good. And he's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
He's nothing like everybody thinks he is. He's great fun.